Scream 2, released in '97, 1 year after the first one. So the plot goes, we start off at a movie theater. They are premiering a movie called Stab, which is a spoof of Scream. They're basically making a parody of Scream in the movie Scream. Same plot lines, same characters, stuff like that. You have two people, Duane Martin and Jada Pinkett Smith. She is in this movie, a young Jada Pinkett. I think this is before she married Will Smith, but she's in this movie. And kind of liked it, gave the movie some spice, some feistiness, because that's what she brings to the table. So they both go into the theater. Duane Martin, he is a fan of the Stab series. He likes horror movies. Jada Pinkett Smith, not so much. Anyway, Duane, he goes into the bathroom. He is surrounded by two people dressed in Ghostface costumes. He's trying to use the bathroom. The stalls, the urinals are taken, so he goes into the stall. He uses, the bathroom. He hears something right next to him, and out of nowhere, Ghostface stabs him in the cheek. That makes one of the Ghostface in the bathroom the real deal. I figured something was happening. So then Ghostface, he steals Duane's clothes. Ghostface goes into the theater and stabs Jada Pinkett. Now, there were tons of people in that theater. At first, they weren't reacting at all. They were just running around, fake stabbing people. It was crazy. They got a bunch of witnesses and none of them know what's going on. Until they see Jada bleeding out on stage. First, they thought it was the act, but it wasn't. Fast forward to present time. Neve Campbell, she is in college at Windsor College, and she gets word that two people have been killed at the theater. The same type of manner as the victims in the first Scream movie. And she is becoming concerned that a copycat is on the loose. Someone to finish what Billy and Stu started. Now, my thoughts on Scream 2. One, I like the plot. The plot is unpredictable. We don't really know who the killer is or what the motive is until the ending. The killer in this movie is Mickey. Mickey is jealous of Sidney's boyfriend. He wants to date Sidney, but Sidney's dating somebody else. So he wants to get that other boyfriend out of the way with. And Mickey also has an accomplice. It's Mrs. Loomis, Billy's mother. She's the one that writes down the list of names, and then Mickey goes after him. So I thought that was interesting. The mother's looking for revenge. I was wondering if they were going to, play into that angle, but they did. So the plot I like. There's a lot more horror, a lot more gore, a lot more, brutal killings. Not a lot of killings as in the first movie, but they increase the amount of gore, a tad bit. I didn't really keep track of the kill count, but I think the first film might have had more kills. I don't know, but the kills in this movie are pretty gruesome. Not that gruesome like the later movies or Saw, but for '97, they're pretty bad. In a good way, or in a scary way. They're also more likable characters. I like Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott. To me, she is the true Ghostface. I think they need to turn her into a villain. Because she is too powerful. Every movie, she always overpowers Ghostface. She outsmarts him. Make her into a bad guy. That could be an interesting twist. I like Deputy Dewey, Dave Arquette. I like Randy. Too bad he gets killed, in the movie. I was starting to like the guy. You had more likable characters. That is the positive in this one. You had a couple stupid people, like at the beginning. You had Dwayne Martin goes in the bathroom. He's surrounded by two ghost face dudes. Instead of running out of the bathroom and trying to use another one, he stays in there thinking nothing's going to happen to him. You see two people dressed in ghost face costumes. One of them has to be the real deal. The fact that he didn't know this makes him stupid. But everybody else, I feel like they increased their senses, their smartness. They fought back. Sarah Michelle Gellar, she was in this movie. She put up a fight against Ghostface, but Ghostface wins at the end. Scream 2, thought it was pretty good, better than the first. A 10 out of 10. So we'll be moving on to Scream 3. Can they keep the freshness and the originality going? Or is it going to turn to Saw where we see a bunch of traps? Are we going to see original stories? Or are we just going to see a bunch of body counts and jump scares moving forward? That's what I'm concerned about, but we'll see.